Welcome back, weirdos. I'm so glad you're here. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time of day it is by you. I'm glad you decided to join me today. I am going to show you how to do these beautiful full cover extensions, aka press-on nails. You may have seen the picture in my Facebook group. I'll throw it up here, over here somewhere for you in case you missed it. But I'm going to show you how to do this in two different ways. I'm going to do glue on one nail and then gel on one nail. These are semi-sheer. They are not fully opaque, which you're going to see hopefully here in a minute. So you can use gel to apply these. If your press-on nails are super opaque, if they're a dark color, I would not recommend using gel. It may not cure all the way and that can lead to allergies. I have got all my PPE on because I'm using gel. I am going to use a glove on my right hand. I've got my UV protection on my left hand. I am using new gel I'm trying out from Elegance. I've heard from a lot of people that it is super sensitive even if you have gel allergies. I don't have gel allergies, so I cannot attest to that, but I've used it a couple times now and I really like it. I will make sure to leave everything I'm using per usual linked down below. I'm going to go ahead and size up my nails. This is something that you're going to want to do also with your press-ons or with your extensions. You want to make sure your nails are fitting comfortably without applying too much pressure from sidewall to sidewall. If they're too big or too small, they could lift and pop off, and I'm sure that's probably not what you want to have happen. So you want to make sure they're fitting nice and cozy without you smushing them down on the nail. So once I have all those done, I'm going to show you how to apply your extension with some glue. While I'm finishing up picking my sizes, I want to give a quick shout out to BTArtbox for not only sending over these nails for me to try out, but for sponsoring today's video. I wanted to use these a few times before I felt comfortable sharing them with you guys, and I have literally been obsessed. You, as mentioned, probably saw me raving about them in the Facebook group. They are amazing. They're nice and flush to the cuticle area. I will blend them down a little bit later and I'll show you how to do that, but they're nice and sturdy on the free edge too. I wore these alone by themselves, nothing over them, for a whole week, and I did not want to take them off. If you want to see how I took them off though, I will leave that video up in the cards for you to check out. If you have struggles with extension removal, that might be really helpful for you. So I've got the glue, it's a brush on. I'm going to brush this on the inside of the tip where it's going to go on my nail, and then I'm going to scrape off the excess product right at the cuticle area. I'm going to do the same thing for gel, literally the same exact process. And then I'm going to position that at the cuticle area at a 45-degree angle and very slowly press that down on my nail, and I'm going to hold. This is nail glue, so it does not need to be cured, but you want to make sure you're applying consistent pressure while the glue is setting. And I'm going to hold that there for about 20 to 30 seconds, and then it is on there. I did have a little glue seepage. It's always a crapshoot on how much glue or gel you put on these things. It's really going to depend on your nails and how long they are, or how wide your nail bed is, or how long your nail bed is. I can't tell you how much glue to put in there. That's something you're going to have to trial and error yourself. But it's an easy cleanup. I'm going to take a little bit of my alcohol on a lint-free wipe and just give that a quick wipe down. As mentioned, I'm going to clean up this whole cuticle area later with my efile. You can use a hand file and you're not even going to know anything leaked. So now that I've gotten that nail glued on, now I'm going to show you how to do the exact same thing but with gel. So for this, again, I'm going to use the Elegance. This is the gel base. Again, this is hypoallergenic and it is soakable. So if you are a soak-off person, this would work for you. The first thing I'm going to do is apply a very thin layer of this to the natural nail. And I'm going to cure this in my big lamp for 30 seconds. This will just provide a little extra adhesion to ensure that your nails last as long as possible. Another key to longevity is prep. If you want a very detailed natural nail prep video, I'll leave that up in the cards so you can check that out too. So once I have that cured on the nail, now we're going to get our little Melody Susie gooseneck lamp. I love this thing so much. It's a lamp slash curing flash cure light. So we're going to get that set up, ready to go in the on position eventually when I figure out my stuff. So now I'm going to take the Elegance gel and I'm pretty much going to do the exact same thing that I did with the glue. I'm going to brush it on the inside of the tip where the tip will go onto my natural nail. And then I'm going to scrape the excess gel from the brush into the cuticle area and apply it the exact same way. Now what I'm going to do I'm going to turn on the LED portion of this lamp ahead of time. That way I don't have to mess with it after I get this positioned near my nail. And once I have it pressed down, same thing, 45-degree angle, slowly guide it down. Once it is on my nail, I'm going to slide it right underneath that LED light and flash cure it for about, I think this goes for a minute. It's on a timer. Once this is done flash curing, you need to cure it the rest of the way. This will not cure your gel all the way. So I'm going to cure it in my big lamp for a full 60 seconds to make sure all that gel is completely cured. Now, mind you, I also did this method with peel off base coat because I wanted to make sure that these would cure completely, even though they're semi-sheer. And when I popped off the nails, the gel was fully cured, so I know this works. Now, granted, I use a 48-watt lamp. I think it's a 48-watt. I'll leave my lamp link down below for you guys in case you want to check it out. But it does also have a reflective bottom, which I find super important when it comes to this kind of thing. So as you saw, that came out beautiful, and I am moving on doing the rest of my nails with the gel method. I'm going to let you watch. I know sometimes my voiceovers can be a little distracting, so I'm going to let you watch the last 3 nails get done, and then I'm going to show you how to blend that cuticle line down and make them look flawless. So these are hot and fresh out of the oven, and these do have a little nub at the free edge. Not all, full cover extensions or press-ons will, but these do. So I'm going to take a very gentle file. This is a 180 grit file, and I'm just going to file off that little nub at the free edge. Once I'm done with that, you can totally be done if you want to, but I'm going to go the extra step here in a bit and blend down that cuticle line. So I grabbed my Melody Susie Jade efile and this rounded top like a safety carbide bit. If you want to see more detailed stuff about this drill and the box it came in, check out my removal video that I mentioned. It'll be up in the cards and down in the description box, and it talks all about this efile and all about the box it came in. But I'm going to use this, and I'm going to go around the cuticle area. I'm at about 15,000 RPM. I'm not applying any pressure. E-files, you should never have to really apply pressure with them. Let the file and the bit do the work for you. If it's not working, you need more speed. So I'm going to go around the cuticle area, get that really nice and blended down. That way everything is flush to my natural nail. There's no big ledge in the back of my nail. Not that there really is. These tips are pretty nice and thin in the back, but I want to make sure that's as seamless as possible. And once this is done, I'm going to go go over everything with a buffing block. Do I know words right now? The rest of the nail does not need a buff. These are very smooth, but because we are using that carbide bit on the back of the nail, I want to smooth that out with the buffing block before we finish up, and then we're going to be done. So I stripped myself of all my PPE and my hand is naked, and now we are finishing up with a little bit of cuticle oil. These are absolutely stunning. I would 10 out of 10 recommend if you want to rock a beautiful set of natural extensions on a daily. These are your go-to. If you want to do dip powder or gel or nail art or anything over them, these are your go-to. I can't speak highly enough about them, and thanks again to BTArtbox for sending them over. I never would have grabbed these if they hadn't reached out. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. I hope the rest of your day is as beautiful as you are, and I'll catch you in the next one. Love you, bye.